ready to go. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me, the pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay, and so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with, luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort, it isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep this party polite, never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady, luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with, luck be a lady with me. A lady wouldn't flirt with strangers, she'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite, never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the guy that you came in with. Luck be a lady, luck be a lady, luck be a lady tonight. Thank you. Thanks very much. I'm just going to change one thing here. Great. Welcome. If you've come here looking for the Croton Arts Live Festival, you're in the right place. You're also on my driveway here in Croton, New York. And I'm very excited to be here with all of you tonight. Thanks so much to the Croton Arts Council for inviting me, especially Sarah Billick and Jim Christensen. It's really wonderful to be able to kick this off with all of you. The Croton on Hudson Arts Festival is something that I remember going way back for years when our kids were little. All those great booths in that amazing park on the Hudson River, and the food and the jugglers and the music and everything. So, you know, unfortunately we can't do that this year, but we're doing the best we can. And Jim Christensen has done a great job of putting this whole festival online. And so we're gonna have a good time. And over the weekend, I hope you enjoy all the booths, all the music. You already know where the link is, but it's on this web page, on this YouTube page, if you don't remember. And what else is on that YouTube page, as well as on the festival page, is a link to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. The festival has been wonderful to help support Broadway Cares this year, and it's a wonderful cause. You know, people in the arts are struggling. Everything is closed, everything is shut down, and people are out of work. And Broadway Cares helps people with health care, with food, with housing, all kinds of things all over the country. They support over 450 social services organizations everywhere around the country. It's a great cause, and I hope that you will donate to them. Also very excited to have Dan Micciche here on the keys. Yes, Dan is the music director of Wicked on Broadway, which right now is closed. But here we are. We're we're neighbors. Dan lives in nearby Ridgefield, not just a stone's throw away from Katona. So how lucky am I to have the music director of Wicked in my driveway to sing for all of you guys tonight. Yes. Also, you might hear that there's people clapping. I've got about 10 people in my driveway, friends and family, to help make it feel more like an actual concert. So thanks all of you guys for sitting socially distanced at a safe distance away from me. So let's go. You think times are bad now, you're right, but let's start by going way back to the roaring 30s when I think we can all agree that times were also a little dire. And yet, there was this great composer named Cole Porter who still found inspiration in writing some of the greatest musicals, early musicals, including this 1934 hit that a lot of people know called Anything Goes, which gave us this beautiful song. My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly the old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some like a bop-style refrain. I know that if I heard even one riff, that would bore me terrifically too. But I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you're standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. But I get a kick out of you. Thank you. As long as we're in the way back, how many of you remember the fantastic hit musical, The Barkleys of Broadway? Yeah. Oh, how about The Goldwyn Follies? No? Not many people remember these musicals, but you probably are aware of the songs that came from them and the composers that wrote them, a couple of guys named George and Ira Gershwin. These songs had a lot more lasting appeal than the musicals they came from, and I'd like to do a couple of them for you now. The first one, very timely song, Love Is Here to Stay. The more I read the papers, the less I comprehend the world and all its capers, and how it all will end. Nothing seems to be lasting, but that isn't our affair. We've got something permanent, I mean in the way we care. It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here. Our love is here. Our love is here to stay. Our romance won't end on a sorrowful note, though by tomorrow you're gone. The song is ended, but like the songwriter wrote, the melody lingers on. They may take you from me, I'll miss your fond caress, but though they take you from me, I'll still possess the way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road to love, but I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3. Oh, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, they can't take that away. They can't take that away from me. Thank you. One of the first shows that I ever did as a kid, back in high school, was Damn Yankees, a great show from the 50s. And it's about baseball. And basically, it's about this guy named Joe, Joe B. something, who's a diehard Washington fan. He's been so his whole life. But see, the Senators have been lousy for years. And now he has a chance to go to Washington and really knock one out of the park and change the future of the Washington Senators forever. This song is Heart, and it's about baseball. You've gotta have a heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. You gotta have a hope. Mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting 0, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you could be a hero. You could open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have a heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep the old horse before the cart. First you gotta have heart. A great slugger we haven't got. A great pitcher we haven't got. A great ball club we haven't got. What do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary sob will you heave, mister, 'cause we've got hope. We're so happy that we're humming. That's the hearty thing to do. 'Cause we know our ship will come in. So it's some years overdue. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what's the heck a use of crying? Why should we curse? We gotta get better, 'cause we can't get worse. And to add to it, we've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart. Thank you. Baseball, yes. Moving forward about a decade or so, I want to turn to one of my favorite composers, Stephen Sondheim. For about 35 years, Sondheim gave us some of the most brilliant musicals in the history of Broadway. He started as a lyricist in the 50s with West Side Story and Gypsy, and then proceeded to write witty and quirky and insightful and heartbreaking shows from Forum to Company and Sweeney Todd, Into the Woods, Assassins. I'm personally indebted to Mr. Sondheim because he gave me my Broadway debut when I played Larry in Company in the 2006 revival, which won a Tony that year, so that was cool. Now, as with the Gershwins, not every Sondheim show was a hit. In 1964, Sondheim gave us a show called Anyone Can Whistle, which played about a month. Quickly closed. Just didn't work. But the songs were really amazing. And I want to sing two from that show that, like Heart, are not about baseball, but they are about lifting people up, courage, and hope. This is the title song, Anyone Can Whistle, and then another song called Everybody Says Don't. Anyone can whistle, that's what they say, easy. Anyone can whistle any old day, easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango, I can read Greek, easy. I can slay a dragon any old week, easy. What's hard is simple, what's natural comes hard. Maybe you can show me how to let go. Lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle, whistle for me. I can slay a dragon any old week. Easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard. Learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, it isn't right, don't, it isn't nice. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't step on the grass, don't disturb the peace, don't skate on the ice. Well, I say do, I say walk on the grass it was meant to feel, I say sail, tilt at the windmills, and if you fail, you fail. Everybody says don't, everybody says don't, everybody says don't get out of line. When they say that then, lady, that's a sign. 9 times out of 10, lady, you are doing just fine. Make just a ripple. Come on, be brave. This time a ripple. Next time a wave. Sometimes you've got to start small, climbing the tiniest wall. Maybe you're going to fall, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says don't, everybody says stop, everybody says mustn't rock the boat, mustn't touch a thing. Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the cart, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try, I say laugh at the kings that'll make you cry, lose your poise, fall if you want to, but lady, make a noise. Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says wait around for miracles, that's the way the world was made. I insist on miracles, if you do them miracles, nothing to them. I say don't be afraid. Thank you. That song has special meaning to my family who've heard me sing that song, I don't know, about 1,000 times. Speaking of Sondheim, this year was the 50th anniversary of Sondheim's company, which, as I mentioned, is very near and dear to me. And back in March, in the before times, the brand new production of Company, featuring a gender-swapped cast with Katrina Lenk as Bobby, was in previews on Broadway. And I got to see it on March 10th, 2 days before Broadway shut down, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was amazing. March was also Sondheim's 90th birthday. Oh, and I didn't mention, yes, he's actually still alive. He's alive and kicking, still writing music. And anyway, to celebrate Company's 50th and Sondheim's 90th, Lincoln Center had planned this big event for March 11th, featuring cast members from all the Broadway casts from 1970 and 95 and 06 and the 2011 New York Philharmonic cast and the current 2020 cast. Sondheim was going to be there, as well as Hal Prince's daughter, just 6 months after Hal had passed away. It was going to be a major thing, a great, wonderful occasion. But of course, as that week began, word was spreading that this virus seemed to be pretty serious. So out of an abundance of caution, Lincoln Center decided to cancel the event. Probably a wise decision, because 2 days after that, I started exhibiting COVID signs. So it would have been really a sad situation if I had given Stephen Sondheim COVID-19. That's a real career-limiting move. I'm fine now. It was a very mild case, fortunately. Anyway, I wanted to sing one of my favorite songs from Company, Being Alive. But first, before that, I wanted to sing the song that I was actually going to sing that night at Lincoln Center, the song that was cut from the show as the story evolved during its development. And it's particularly poignant now, given the imagery in the song of the bustling life of New York that we all can't wait to see again. This song is called Multitude of Amy's. Multitude of Amy's crowd the streets below. Avenues of Amy's, officefuls of Amy's, everywhere I go. Wonder what it means. Oh, I wonder what it means. I see them waiting for the lights, running for the bus, milling in the stores and hailing cabs and disappearing through revolving doors. Multitudes of Amy's everywhere I look. Sentences of Amy's, paragraphs of Amy's, filling every book. Wonder if it means I've gone to pieces. Every other word I speak is something she says. Walls hung with pictures of Amy's, galaxies of Amy's dot the night skies. Girls pass and look at me with Amy's eyes. I've seen an audience of Amy's, watch a cast of Amy's act in a play. Seems like there's more of her every day. What can it mean? What can it mean? I've seen a stadium of Amy's standing up to cheer. Choruses of Amy's, symphonies of Amy's, ringing in my ears. I know what it means. Hey, Amy, I know what it means. Oh, wow, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready now. All that it takes is to Amy me, Amy you, Amy. I know what it means. Hey, Amy, I know what it means. Oh, wow, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll say it. Marry me now. Thank you. Someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone to sit in your chair and ruin your sleep. Someone to need you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to pull you up short, to put you through hell. Someone you have to let in. Someone whose feelings feelings you spare. Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot. It's being alive, being alive. Someone to crowd you with love, someone to force you to care, someone to make you come through, will always be there, as frightened as you, of being alive, being alive, being alive, being alive. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used, vary my days. But alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive. Thank you. I can't believe we got such a beautiful night.
I know.
It's practically the end of September, and it's in the 70s. There's no wind. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thanks to the powers that be. There's probably no show that is more central to my musical theater experience than Fiddler on the Roof. As a kid, the original cast LP played constantly on a record player. I played third Anna Tevkin from the left at Camp Seneca Lake. I played Tevye in selections of Fiddler in 8th grade chorus. I played Tevye in high school, then in college, and then 6 years ago in a production in St. Louis. And most recently in the Yiddish production in New York, I played Laser Wolf the Butcher and occasionally Tevye. I was the understudy to the lovely Steven Skybell. Yay, thank you. Some people here saw it. It was really wonderful. I'd like to do a couple songs from the show. The first one is a song that apparently even in high school I was too old to play Muddle the Tailor because I was always already playing the grown-up. I never got to be the ingenue, but tonight I'm going to sing Miracle of Miracles. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, led him through the lion's lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown. But like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and a miracle of miracles led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me. Thank you. So speaking of miracles, this production of Fiddler truly was one. I mean, did I mention that it was completely in Yiddish? It was supposed to run for 6 weeks at the Volksbühne downtown. And 6 weeks seemed ambitious because who's going to trudge all the way downtown to see a production of Fiddler on the Roof in Yiddish, you know? But people came and somehow it hit a chord. And 6 weeks turned into 8, and then 3 months, and 4 months, and 6 months, and then commercial producers got the rights to the show. We moved it uptown. We ran another year in Midtown. And it was an incredible experience. And the visitors, Hugh Jackman and Bette Midler and Alan Alda and Billy Crystal and Lin-Manuel Miranda, all these amazing people came to see us. But hands down, the most wonderful person, every cast member would agree that our favorite rock star visitor was this 5'0" little old lady named Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And now we got standing ovations a lot at the show, but when the notorious RBG took her seat at that matinee, every person in that theater leapt to their feet and clapped and cheered for about 2 minutes. She was loved like no public figure I've ever seen. That was just one of the many gifts that she brought to us and that this show brought to all of us that were involved in it. Another for me was the occasional chance to play Tevye the Dairyman, maybe the greatest musical theater character role ever written, at least for a middle-aged guy. So I'd like to give you a little Tevye now. This is going to be If I Were a Rich Man, and I thought you might hear at least part of it in Yiddish. For those who saw the show, this will be a nice memory, and if you didn't, you'll get a taste of how Tevye might have actually talked in his own language. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, Hand in kalten Wasser, nicht reingetan, ich wollt gehad a Deidel Geld und gewinn a Edelmann. Und ich wollte mir aufgebaut a Haus wie a Palaz, darf kein mitten von der Stadt. A schönem Dach und a Käumen, was bloß da reicht. A lange Trepp von Holz mit Läuf in a Räuf, a zweite noch länger läuft darauf. A dritte läuft, ich weiß noch nicht wie heut. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each lot was heißt jeden, ich hab gelegt den Ei. Und es heißt noch, als da wohnt a reicher Jid. Wenn ich bin a Rothschild, hey, bedi, da. Ganze Tag wollte ich sich bitte bom. Wenn ich bin a reicher Mann, I wouldn't have to work hard. Hey, bedi, da. If I were a bitty rich, idle man. Oh, tis mein Weib, mein Golde, set schon neuse Gewirte, geht mit der Geuder, mit der Beuch. Macht das Zimmes, stamm mit der Brust den Tag. Sie wischt dem Schweiß und sie bloß sich, geht schon wie ein Pave, oh, es geht von ihrer Räuch. Rappen allerdings den Baldeion, was tust du denn, geh her? Und jeder Gewehr in Stadt wird kommen zu und fragen mir, kommt wie bei Schleume Hammelech, geht denn jetzt in mir ich bett, kratsch de Wort, Repkevje, sag da Wort, Repkevje, ach die Scheile Zeug, der auf die Päes dreht, bye. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. Wenn ich bin ein Rothschild, hey, da. Ganze Tag wollte ich sich bitte bom. Wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann, hey, an den kalten Wasser, händ ich da reingetan, da. Gott, was war von Himmels der Mann, beschließt, ich bleib ein Mann. Was wollt schon gestärkt bei dir dem Plan? Wenn ich bin ein reicher Mann. Schönen Dank. It's dark here, but I think I just got a standing ovation. Thanks, guys. The musical Man of La Mancha arrived in 1965, a year after Fiddler on the Roof. You know, so if a show about a Jewish dairyman in 1905 Tsarist Russia could work, why not a show about a fictional author based on the actual novelist Miguel Cervantes? And he is fictionally awaiting a trial by the Spanish Inquisition. That never actually happened to Cervantes. And he keeps the other very dangerous prisoners at bay by telling them fictional stories about a man who sees himself as a sort of a medieval fictional superhero, literally tilting at windmills. He must be insane, right? But we discovered that his quest is based on the sanest of aspirations, or the maddest. I hope it's the former. This is the impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Thank you. And speaking of aspirations, this pandemic has taken a lot of things from us: hugs, smiles, pants. But one thing that I really miss is the theater, and I mean that both as an actor and as a theater lover. There is no theater, or extremely little. About a month and a half ago, my wife Karen and I got in the car and we drove to Pittsfield, Mass, to the Berkshire Theater Group that was performing the very first professional, equity-sanctioned theater production in the country since the pandemic began. They were doing Godspell. And the show was outside, and the audience was spread out in this massive parking lot, everybody well more than 6 feet apart. We were 25 feet from the stage. The actors had to be separated by plexiglass walls. They couldn't, face each other without having something between them. They sang pretty much straight forward. But it was theatered. It was fantastic. And it began, Godspell usually begins with a number called the Tower of Babel, and it's kind of like individual people singing different lines, and then they all start to cover each other where you can't hear anything. And in this production, instead, actors one by one talked about their personal experiences since the pandemic began. Very personal stories of loss and unemployment and illness and death and everything in between. And then they all started talking about their stories together at the same time, to the point where it built to a huge crescendo, and then all of a sudden we heard, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord." And everybody just broke down in tears. I don't know how the cast managed to get through it. It was fantastic. There's a song in Godspell that wasn't in the original production. It was added for the movie that I hadn't really thought about since until I saw this production in Pittsfield. It's called "Beautiful City," and originally it was this sort of joyous kind of unicorns and rainbows number. We can build a beautiful city. And it envisions this kind of lovely utopia. But over the years, as Godspell has been revived and reflected the moments in which it was produced, where people were always kind of searching for something, some kind of meaning, the song really evolved and really started to acknowledge the before as well as the after of the difficulty in building a beautiful city. And this is how the song sounds in pandemic 2020 America. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our nights of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly and truly mending, brick by brick and heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. Ooh, a city of men. Thank you. I'm going to sing one more song. Thank you so much for kicking off the Croton Arts Festival with me tonight. Again, thanks to the Croton Arts Council for having me. Thanks so much to the amazing Dan Micciche on the keys for his fantastic piano work. Dan and I will actually be performing another concert in a few weeks, a live and in-person socially distanced lawn concert for the Bedford Playhouse, which is our wonderful independent movie house just up the road in Bedford Village. We'll be doing great songs from great movies. Seems appropriate, right? That's going to be on October 17th, a Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. If you go to the Bedford Playhouse website, you can reserve a spot on the grass. And if you want to know what else I'll be up to, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want to get my e-blasts, which I send out when I'm doing some kind of thing, just send me a message on either of those platforms and I'll add you to my list. Coming up later tonight, we've got at 8 p.m. the urban jazz legend KJ Denhert. He's going to be playing at 8 p.m. And then Dana Scofidio at 9 p.m. and a ton more things all weekend long. And you can watch this concert and all the Croton Arts live concerts all weekend long through the Croton Arts Festival website, as well as on this this YouTube link, which will stay up. And also, please remember to give generously to BCEFA. This festival is free, so maybe you got a few extra bucks in your pocket. Click that link and donate to a really great cause. Excuse me. And speaking of beautiful cities, this pandemic has really minimized our ability to travel. I'm sure, like you, I miss going places, seeing people, but the place I really miss going is New York City, and not just the physical place, but the people, the vibe, all that it was and all that it will be again. So for our final song, let's go there. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on that Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. I've seen all the movie stars with their fancy cars and their limousines. I've been high in the Rockies under the evergreens. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. Comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. I don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I don't have any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. Micciche, people, yes. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times and the Daily News, yeah, comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I don't have any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound on that Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Thank you. Thank you, Croton. Thanks, friends on my driveway. Thanks, Dan Micciche.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.